Hello, this is Mark Moore, aka Tuxedo Mark, at various places on the internet. It is Thursday, December 27th, 2007, 5:17 p.m., and I'm just going to give share my thoughts and experiences on working as a night stalker. No, not a night stalker, stalking products on store shelves. I've had three jobs as a night stalker. The first one was from June of 2000 to November of 2001 in a cash and carry store. Cash and carry used to be owned by Food Lion and then got owned by some foreign company, and now it's called Sweet Bay, so I don't know. But my second time working as a night stalker was in the latter half of 2005 in another cash and carry, and then I briefly worked as a night stalker in Kmart from July 17, 2006 until, for only a short time until I got moved to days. But anyway, most of my experiences will be drawn from my first job as a night stalker from 2000 to 2001, since I was there the longest of the three jobs. Now, I'm going to be referring periodically to an essay that I wrote, which you can find on fictionpress.com. Just search for the username Tuxedo Mark. It's 2 words. So bear with me. I'm going to look at my essay on my computer every so often, give like an abbreviated, summarized version here on YouTube. But you can read the essay for more in-depth, coverage of it, even though it's not that long to begin with. Okay, I'm going to start with the biggest problem that I had working as a night stalker, which is lack of sleep. Seriously, my main problem of working overnight, which meant, usually midnight to supposedly 7 a.m., which was an hour after the managers got there, but really you stayed until the job was done, which either meant stocking shelves or meant straightening the store. So basically, I was there for a minimum of 7 hours and maybe even up to 10. Sometimes I got out at 10 a.m. To work overnight like that, you have to sleep before you come into work, and the problem with that is I couldn't get to sleep. I could not sleep. Now, part of the problem might have been the sky. I have a sky window in my room, so I was constantly, daylight was shining down on me, but I rarely fell asleep. I would lie on my bed. Sometimes I would fall asleep for a while, but most of the time I wouldn't, so it was just a waste of time, in my opinion. I would even try listening to music. It didn't help. So I'd be exhausted when I came into work. And I would get yelled at by coworkers and my night crew supervisor, and even the manager told me it wasn't his problem that I couldn't get sleep, which admittedly it wasn't his problem. So, but I just couldn't do my job effectively because of that. I even tried, soda and liquid ginseng and energy drinks, and it didn't help. Another problem that I have with the job is it's just so boring. I think they kind of figured out I wasn't throwing as many cases per hour as they wanted. Throwing is like stalker jargon for putting items on shelves. Yeah, do a certain number of cases per hour, and apparently I wasn't fast enough, so they basically just started having me block the store. And blocking is stalker jargon for pulling the items forward and kind of, stack them neatly to make the shelves look full, even if they weren't. So that's what I eventually got downgraded to, is just draining the store, and it's the most boring job in the world. So my mind just wandered all over the place. I thought about anything and everything. During the course of a shift, it was so boring. My mind just kept wandering because of that. Another thing, music. Mostly the radio stations would play, the store radio station would play, like, contemporary music, which I don't care for. So sometimes the Night Stalkers would either turn on the local hard rock station or put in their own CDs or whatever, and I didn't care for that music either. Sometimes they let me bring in my own CDs to put on, but not very often. I guess they didn't like my musical taste, which basically consisted of Jim and the Holograms and Sailor Moon and the Scouts. But anyway, smoking. It seems that apparently that I'm the only Night Stalker in the world that doesn't smoke, at least from my experience. Every Night Stalker seems to smoke. I don't, and it bothers me. It's unhealthy, and I have to put up with it. Either that or just not come into work and don't have a job. The schedule. Oh, this was a big problem at the first cash and carry that I worked at. Apparently, and I didn't learn this until later, one of the managers had like a fake schedule that he was just using it to work out everyone's hours for the week. And both his play schedule and the actual finalized schedule both hung in the office on clipboards. And I would frequently get confused as to which was which. And at first I didn't know any of this, by the way. So that resulted in me sometimes coming in when I wasn't scheduled to work, and so I was sent home. Other times, at least one other time, they called me up and asked me when I was coming into work, and I had to get dressed and go there, even though I was not prepared for it at all. In fact, I was about to go to sleep. So there's that. Sometimes they even just sent me home even when I was scheduled to work, because they didn't feel like working. They were just going to block the store and then sit around and wait for the manager to show up. So what can you do? Night Stalkers, especially, they seem to enjoy sexual humor. They constantly teased me and made sexual jokes and stuff, and I didn't care for it. There's a lot of turnover in Night Stalker position. Pretty much any store that you work at, you'll see the signs and the windows that would say it will always say that it's hiring for nighttime overnight help, because no one wants to stay there. Only a few people actually stay there for years and make careers out of it. There's a lot of turnover. So, in conclusion, night stalking is a pretty lousy job. You waste a lot of time. You gotta try to get some sleep before you come in, and then you actually get sleep after you come back home. So you waste even more time, and if you're not a smoker, you have to be around smokers. You have to get used to it. It's very unhealthy for you. So my advice is to just not get a job as a Night Stalker unless there's absolutely nothing else and you can't get hired anywhere else. And that's my opinion, and I hope you enjoyed listening to it, and please leave me comments and feedback, and that's it. Thank you for watching.